Hi guys, Penny Rose Journals. This is Selene. Selene is a monster. I've had to zoom right out so you can probably see bits of my messy desk around me. Yeah, she's a big girl. She's made with an old encyclopaedia cover. You can see the gold print on the cover here. It's very beautiful. It was just too nice to cover up. I just loved it. Right, she is 28 centimeters or 11 inches high and 22 centimeters or almost 8 3/4 inches wide. She has 6 fat signatures, an exposed spine, and yeah, that's the back of the book there. But yeah, she's a chonker. Big girl. It's going to be interesting to see if we can get her all in camera. Okay, let's go have a look. Here is the inside front cover. We have an envelope here. Just has some writing paper tucked into it. Little note-taking paper. That's a tuck, and behind our tuck we have a big journaling card, or even writing board if you use that side, and a very scary little girl on the front and another big journal card. Yeah, I'm not sure I like her. She's a bit terrifying. I left the inside of the front cover original. That is the original inside front cover from the encyclopedia. Tried not to damage it as much as possible because it was just such a lovely cover. Here is some poetry, which is probably about that little girl by the looks of it, some rough little rascal. There is some, I think, German book page, some gardening book made into a tuck spot. There's a big journaling card and a postcard from Japan. Mount Fuji. Here is some stencil and ink dyeing. Just a little page here with a pocket holding a little bus ticket and a piece of reproduction ephemera and a couple of index cards that have been stamped on. It's another little pocket. Has another Japanese postcard on it with a beautiful flower. That's actually on the front of a old Simplicity pattern pocket cover. It's been cut open to use as a page in the book. It's just some book page with some collage for you to write on. A piece of wallpaper. A piece of jelly print. A bit of writing space on the inside, some doodling. There's the back of that Simplicity pattern case, and there's one of those book flips, page flips, that's just got a big journal card tucked in at the back. And another big journal card in the front pocket. And then the whole thing flips out so that you have some extra writing space. Another little pocket on that small page. The index card in the back and a couple of pieces of reproduction ephemera in the front pocket. Here's another book page. It's been made into a pocket. And a big journal card on the inside. A piece of tape that I make by getting very soft old book pages and sticking down sticky tape, pulling it off again. Just leaves a bit of interesting pattern from the text there. A bit of packing paper just to write on, draw on. Some very thin paper, ML paper. Bit of an old map. It's just a tuck spot for a card. Another little pocket. This one has a tag made out of book page. Just a bit of stamping on it. And a couple little reproduction pieces of ephemera. The best thing about memories is making them. I think that's the best thing about junk journals as well. This is my favourite bit. Some coffee dyed paper, it's just been printed on. Some dictionary page with some collage. Another pocket, a piece of ephemera, a little bus ticket, and just a little card. A little piece of coffee dyed card with a stamp on it. And on the other side, another big journal card. Packaging paper again, very thin. Here's some French book, German and French. This is a very old book. It's so thick, the paper is so thick. It's a piece of batch dyed paper, you can see the bleed through from other pages. A page out of a paper cutting book. Again, batch dyed. It's a bleed through from a crossword. This was a part of a shipping book. It's a beautiful old ship there in full sail. Speaking of crosswords, here's one that hasn't been done yet. I'll give you something to do. If you can't think of anything else to do, you can just do the crossword. There's part of a schematic for a house. Another journal card tucked into a folded book page. Pocket. Big pocket on the back with yet another journal card. And two little reproduction photographs and a bus ticket. On the other side, another big journal card. Look at these colours. It's just got a sort of an aquary, light blue, lilac sort of theme running through her. Selene's just very restful to look upon. Again, batch dyeing, outlines of other papers and colour from other things in the dye bath. Here's just a very small piece of page that came through on the other side. There's a little altered paper clip. That's just holding on a small journal card. It's that paper cutting book. Just some collage so you can write on it. Some children's book page. Again, it's been batch dyed. See the staining on it. It's a little flip pocket. Flips out for a little bit of journaling space. Holds a little bus ticket and a tag. And behind it, it has another little journal card, just made of sewn book pages and a bit of stamping. And it has a little unstuck envelope, so you can either write in there or stick it together and pop your own little memories inside. It's just a little collage on a page. A piece of already done crossword. It's just been collaged over so you can write. Not much use to you a used crossword, isn't it? There's a bit of Chinese calligraphy, child's exercise book. It's another little pocket made out of book page. Has this lovely gentleman tucked in the front, and it's just made into a tag. Start each day with a grateful heart. It's very good advice. Another journal card. And a tag in this little pocket here. It's tucked in the front. And a teeny tiny pocket here with a couple of bus tickets. Some music paper, very, very old music paper. It was 6 shillings. So yeah, a very old piece of music paper. And that was in Sydney. That was in Australia. So yeah, been a long time since we had shillings and pence here. It's a piece of book page. On the other side it has a pocket. It has another one of those little envelopes you can open up or stick closed, and just a little bag with a child's playing card inside. Little envelope, little coin envelope maybe. And in the front pocket there is a little tag with teapots and saucers, teapots and cups. Another little tag. These were made out of business cards, just been covered with brown paper. And another teeny tiny envelope you can either stick closed and keep your memories in, or write on the inside. This is Afrikaans to English dictionary. This is actually a incomplete crossword, but it has bleed through from a crossword that it was sitting with in the batch die. So none of this is relevant. You can still use this crossword if you can see your own letters through it. The one on the other side's a little bit easier to see. And just a bit of extra space here, folded up. Here is an envelope flip. On this side there is one of those little booklets with a tag and a few little pieces of reproduction ephemera. On the other side there is one of these multi-tiered pockets, has another one of those small fold-out envelopes. A teeny tiny little flip out that gives you the excellent advice of keep your head down. Take note. Another little journal tag. Here's one of my paper dolls. Just a little origami lady. And a book page tag that has a bit of printing, a bit of stamping on it. I like these pockets, they're quite sturdy. You have to make them with very sturdy book page, of course, because they're only one book page thick. Some very thin airmail paper that was coffee dyed and oven baked to within an inch of its life. It's another poem, my little poetry book. This is some health and beauty secrets in case you have blonde hair you need to keep light and shiny, or you're struggling with chapped hands. There's many things that can help you. This is one of my just blotting pages from when I am jelly printing. Just sits near and clean my stencils and stamps and stuff off with it. Here's another book page out of that calligraphy book that you often see in here. This one's just got a big journal card in it and made into a pocket. Here is just a book page with some little paper cutouts stuck down, and then a piece of napkin pasted over the top. Bit of writing space on the back. This is a piece of scrapbook paper, big hazer craft. It's backed with a piece of coffee dyed paper on the other side. Bit of needle point instruction, file divider, a glassine bag with a tall book page tag and a very, very tall tag with its own little pocket and its own little tag on the inside. Here is some of my crepe paper dyeing. Some lovely blues and greens. Some child's book page that's just been collaged over with some very see-through brown paper you could still write over. You can see this file folder has been batch dyed. All sorts of staining and rust and good stuff going on there. There's a little pocket the other side of that book page, and this has one of my little file folders and tiny journal tags inside. These were made of very thin card covered in book page and then collaged on with paper and napkin and tissue and all sorts of bits and bobs, so they're quite cute. I am out of those now. I need to make some more. The other piece of that drop sheet. There's some more health and beauty secrets for those of us who worry about that kind of thing. I'm too worried about my coffee dyeing and my hands are always inky, my hair is always a mess. I may get dressed in the morning if I don't have better things to do. Yeah, keep me out of the craft room until I've at least done my morning chores, else you'll never see me for the rest of the day. Here is a piece of map. This is made into a bit of a pocket. Has a picture of an old castle inside. Another big journal card that could be used as a bit of a writing board as well, just with a couple of little bits of ephemera tucked in a front pocket there. And this is just a piece of packaging, I think, covered in paper and just collaged over as a journal card. It's an old envelope. It was torn open but still had its stamps on, so it was ended up being coffee dyed. And it just holds another picture of castles inside. Clearly had my hands on a castle travel book at the time. And there's a couple of my altered playing cards, my very big altered playing cards tucked in there also. Some grid paper, how to make fringes. There you go, you can have a shawl party. It's all full of great ideas, this book. Thanks, Selene. All the wonderful ideas. Here's the other side of that envelope. It just holds a little book. There's a bit of writing paper inside the front. Includes a bit of writing paper inside. And another one of those little flip out, just little flips with a bit of journaling space inside. It's just made out of 2 book pages that have been sewn together, glued together with a piece of muslin and then sewn around, and some pages sewn in. So yeah, this is what I do with my my glue book pages. Nothing goes to waste. Here is that map book that's had a pocket made out of it. In the back there's another one of those general cards made from packaging. A little flip book, a bit of journaling space with a photograph on the front and a little tag tucked in behind the photograph. And just one of those little pocket books. Has little pockets in the front, little pocket on the back with a couple of journaling cards. A bit of journaling space there, and then flips up to reveal a little bit of journaling space on the inside as well. This is an old book cover. It's just been used as a journal page in here. And that is the end of Selene. And again, the inside of the back cover is just her original inside back cover. I tried to preserve as much of her cover as I could. So yeah, she's monstrous. There's a lot of pages, a lot of ephemera, and a lot of cover. But she is very, very beautiful. She shines. So that's Selene. She is available in my Etsy store, Penny Rose Journals, right at the moment. I hope you enjoyed meeting her today and having a look through her. I know I enjoyed having you along for the ride. I hope to see you again next time. If you do pop over to my Etsy store, there is in my bio a link to some free digitals you'll have to copy and paste into your browser. If you're interested in that kind of thing, I hope you find something there that you enjoy. Thanks very much for coming along with me today. I'll see you again next time. Bye.